What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Saint gameplay, and today I just wanted to give a channel update for February, which will be actually technically in March whenever this video releases, of 2024. So let's head over and let's talk about it. So I haven't done a channel update in a little while, and I know things have been a little bit sporadic, a little bit all over the place as of recently, and I just wanted to get out here and address exactly what's happening with everyone. And there's some people that do know what's going on, of course. If you come by the live streams, or if you see any of my posts or anything like that over on YouTube, you kind of have a general idea of what's happening. But back at the end of the year 2023, December the 30th or December 31st, whatever the last day of the year is, I got laid off from my job, right? Which is very unfortunate. It was a job that I really enjoyed. It was a job that gave me a break from my previous job, which was very desperately needed. I was struggling with a lot of different issues with the previous job. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, borderline depression in that way, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. 2023 was a great year for me personally. I was able to kind of reset my clock, reset myself, do a job that I enjoyed, be happy and proud of the work that I was doing, still making content, still streaming, still doing all that stuff, and just like rolling with the punches and having a great time. Was told at the end of November or the beginning of November, I don't remember. It might have been at the end of October, that at the end of the year that our positions were going to be going away and I was going to have to start looking for a job. So, of course, I started actively looking for a job at that time. And it took a very long time, even after the beginning of the year, before I found a job that I could honestly work into and kind of set as a career. And that has been happening over the last couple of weeks. I've had to do some training. I've had to go out of town to do some training for the new job. I've been training recently, not from home, but from my home area at the new job, and learning the new job and taking all the information in. And it's, it's put a strain on me in some way. Of course, it's not like a super stressful strain or anything like that I had before. It's just working into anything new, especially a new job or a new career path. Initially, you have a lot of weight on you to learn how that company or that corporation works, to learn, what their expectations are, to learn how they do stuff in their processes and their SOPs and all that, all that stuff. So I'm still actively working through that. But I think it's going to be a good, lucrative career if I can stick with it. I was hired on as a temp. Unfortunately, it's a temp position, but it's a non-full-time position is what they call it. But after a year, I can work into a full-time position. So I'm just going to continue to hammer it out as much as I humanly can and try to make enough for me and Marina to be able to survive and just kind of move on with our life from all of these issues that I've had in the past with previous jobs. Coming down to what my content looks like moving forward. Unfortunately, and that'll be a video that'll be going up about the current state of Rogue Company, but unfortunately it appears that Rogue Company is just going to be kind of updated whenever the developers feel like updating it. They're going to be introducing things into the game whenever they feel like introducing things into the game. It's finally gotten to that point for me personally, and I've fought this for 4 years almost at this point, where the game's gone through many ups and downs, where you've had really good moments of the game, really bad moments of the game. I've always been very critical of the game because I know the game could be more, and I know that the developers could actually do more with the game, and they could actively make moves and strides to give us the best game possible. But I've always defended the developers, and I've always defended the game, and always tried to encourage people to get into it. My heart isn't gone with Rogue Company, but my patience in dealing with the developers and trying to actively get a game that is good, fun, interesting, and worth playing is almost completely dead at this point. I've begged, pleaded, asked, borrowed everything that I can do to try to get the developers to understand what their player base wants and what's best for the game overall. And it doesn't seem that the developers care whatsoever, to be completely honest. They take in feedback from who and what they want to take in feedback on, and everything else is just kind of like there. If they want to deal with it and they want to address it, it's there. But 9 times out of 10, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to address it. And they don't have any answers for you on anything. We just continuously get told making games are hard. Every job that you do is hard. Everything that you do in your life that is worth anything is hard, right? So that's not an excuse, in my opinion. So as for my content going forward, I'm still going to release Rogue Company content, of course. Whenever I have ideas, whenever I have things that inspire me, I'm definitely going to be uploading them. Whenever new updates come out, whenever new balance changes comes out, whenever new event passes and things like that come out, I'm definitely 1000% going to be there and be talking about it. And I'm still going to actively play the game. Maybe not as much as I've played it in the past, but I'm going to continue to actively play the game. But I'm also going to be introducing other things. And people have seen that a lot recently with how my stream has gone. I've introduced more and more games into my streaming schedule, more so than just like single player experiences like BioShock and Baldur's Gate, things like that, but multiplayer experiences. Paladins, Overwatch, Skull and Bones, like all this different stuff. I've introduced some of that stuff, not really just to see what the reception from the community is going to be, but just to do something and play something a little bit differently. Playing Rogue Company constantly and like dealing and complaining and trying to navigate the same issues year after year after year at this point, it just feels like, it feels like the definition of insanity, right? I'm playing the same game hoping for different results, but knowing that those results are never going to come. It's insanity. It's time to introduce something else into the whole Griffinverse, the Griffin sphere, So I will be playing Helldivers, with Garbo. I may upload some Helldivers videos in the future, but one game that I'm very, very excited about and that I will definitely be making content on is a game called Gigantic that will be coming out in April. So it will be releasing on April the 9th, and I will be streaming and producing content for that game, and I'm very excited about it. This is going to be... This was a game that was released and shut down, and then they tried to release it again, and it wasn't up very long. They shut it down again. Gearbox is finally releasing like the actual finished version of what the game should be. And it is a 5v5 hero shooter with some light MOBA elements and things like that introduced into it. But it's something that I'm very excited about. It's got a really cool, really interesting art style. It's 5v5. There's a lot of team fights. There's a lot of hero shooter mechanics. Like, this is a game that came out pre-Overwatch, pre-Paladins. People considered this like the original OG, first come hero type shooter. And I'm very excited to get in there and actually experience the game, play the game, and also play and experience the game with my friends. And hopefully some of you guys can come along for the ride. So I'm still going to continue to do Rogue Company content whenever I get inspired or whenever an update or something like that comes out. But I'm finding myself struggling after 4 years to find stuff to make videos on Rogue Company about, because I feel like I've been beating the same dead horses video after video after video. And I find myself at a roadblock whenever it's time to make videos, honestly. And some weeks it comes natural, it comes easy. I've got cool, crazy ideas. Some weeks I'm struggling and I don't know what to talk about, and I just have to go thumb through everything, but everything's just gone quiet. Reddit has gone quiet. The Rogue Company topics on Twitter have gone quiet. The Facebook groups have gone quiet. Everybody has just kind of accepted the game for what it is and either moved on from it or just shut up because they feel like they're not being heard. And I completely understand how those people feel. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm just going to make videos on stuff that I like and stuff that I enjoy. And if there's something that sticks, something that I just cannot stop playing, then that will be the stuff that I continue to make videos on. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of the current state of the Griffin channel? And let me know what you would like to see in the future moving forward. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays and also on Sundays, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Good. It's nice. Watch out. Pushing you from behind. He's one shot. He's one shot. Nice.
Got him.
Bring sensor to the right side. She's over here.
Another contract in the bag.
Bye.
It's a wider, dude.
They got a little cocky whenever they started getting some points.
Exactly, dude. Alright, give me like a minute. I'm gonna get my food.
Right.
And I'll hop back on.
Yeah, no worries.